Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur, and this is going to be a different video than what you normally see on the channel. This is going to be somewhat of a personalized editorial. So for those of you who don't want to listen to me talk and hear a story, there might not ultimately be a point to this. You can leave now or wait at least 15 more seconds so I still get paid. That'd be great. But this video kind of came as a request where a viewer actually wanted me to talk about the Facebook Cambridge scandal. And that kind of got me excited because I want to bring this channel into a technology commentary site. I will do Uber videos for the foreseeable future. I have no intention of quitting Uber videos, and boy, do they have a lot to come on. But I think other technologies are just as fascinating and maybe more life-changing than Uber in some ways. And I want to talk about them. So to hear someone actually come and say, hey, we kind of like some of your non-Uber videos. Do you ever want to talk about this? It was kind of like, yeah. And then it dawned on me, I haven't really been using Facebook that much. And I think the reasons I haven't been using Facebook are a lot more personal and healthy than the reasons people are asking others to stop using Facebook. Now, just to recap what's going on, it has been, it has come to light recently that people from Cambridge Analytica, they are a political consulting firm. They claim that they can help politicians win elections. They are reportedly linked to the Trump campaign and other campaigns before, and they were given access to millions of Facebook's users' personal information and their data. Like millions. Like we're talking about 50 million accounts compromised. Now in the 2 billion accounts that Facebook has, that's not much really. But it's that same thing. It's kind of like the Uber data hack. I mean, it doesn't matter that the number is small relatively compared to the users. It's that it happened and no one said anything until they got caught. And my response to it is pretty simple. Like, well, keep in mind, your data is the product. Think about it. Facebook doesn't charge you anything. You've been using Facebook for years, uploading your cat pictures and videos, and you had to have known there was a way they were going to make money. And have you ever noticed how their ads are so specified to what you're doing? Facebook is monitoring your activity and your interaction with your friends, and they know everything about you. And they put it in their user agreement that they're going to sell your data. And when you download the Messenger app, guess what? It says they're going to monitor your phone calls. All the companies do this. Facebook isn't the only one. And so, yeah, this should not have come as a surprise. It didn't come as a surprise to me. And admittingly, because I have a little less hate for Facebook than Uber, I was less upset by the Facebook breach than the Uber hack, even though in some ways it's worse because Facebook just gave that information to Cambridge. Cambridge didn't even steal it. But when I think about Facebook more and more and the possibility of it going away, and it could very well go away because Facebook lost $50 billion worth of their company stock in the last 24 hours, and Mark Zuckerberg, waited a long time to actually acknowledge the problem and say something. And now that he has, people are not happy, and people are starting a hashtag delete Facebook campaign. And it's not bothering me because I don't use Facebook as much as I used to. And I think it's when I started doing this more on a more full-time basis. I obviously make a lot of videos. Some of the videos you don't even see. I do a lot more now. And as my views go up and as my subscribers grow, and I am appreciative to every single subscriber, I had like a meltdown one day when, there was, after getting like a threatening email, I just got multiple people trying to contact me through Facebook, and I made a somewhat immature plea for people to not do that. And not because I didn't appreciate the fans or you people watching, I just did not want, I didn't want one of these potential things to be dangerous. Like, there was a story that day of YouTubers who were hunted down by a deranged fan and almost shot. I was not in a good mood. And on that day, I did something drastic. Aside from make that video, I actually deleted the Facebook app on my phone. There was no movement going on. I had to do it. And my life has been a lot more free without Facebook. And when I think back at it, I have no fond memories of Facebook whatsoever. I mean, I do remember no exchanges on Facebook except bad ones. I remember vaguely the outpouring of support I got with when my sister-in-law died. Like, that was a pivotal moment just because one of her friends, like, pleaded what happened. And so I exchanged phone numbers and we talked for a few minutes and I explained what happened. And, but otherwise, I don't think Facebook really improved my life all that much. I really don't think it did. And I still have it because I still write reviews, like, physical. I actually do write. And I have a blog, and Facebook is a good way to share the blog and the videos. But when I removed the Facebook app from the phone, I realized that I honestly talked to people more. I interacted with people more. I appreciated life a little bit more. I realized that I wasn't so concerned about checking status updates and conversing with people, getting into petty arguments about guns and, birth control and, things that were just so dumb. Like, why are we arguing about this passionately? And what Muppet movie is the best? Facebook is such a waste of time when you really think about it. And after I deleted the app, like a month or two later, I rewatched The Social Network, which I picked as the best film of the year when it came out, and it is still a fabulous film. And it's so interesting because it speaks differently to me now than it did years ago when I just thought it was like an expose of a crazy CEO, and now I look at it as a guy who created something life-changing because he was so lonely and wanted to impress people so badly, and ultimately he didn't do any of that. His personal life was probably worse because he was defeated by his own creation. And I kind of feel like my life had been defeated by Facebook. I kind of look back all those years I was on Facebook, all the times I wasted on it, and it's like, wow, I don't have a lot of fond memories of Facebook. I have a lot of fond memories when I was a kid, and I mean, I grew up when the internet was just coming into its own. So even though the internet was there, it wasn't the big deal it was now. I still played with friends. We huddled around and we played video games side by side, not over Xbox Live. We watched movies together. We didn't talk on message boards. I briefly remember being on the Amazon.com message board for video games, and that was probably the most fulfilling message board I've ever been on because it was a small group of people. It wasn't just anyone, and we actually knew each other. And that was a sad day when that closed down, and there was nothing but mainstream message boards out there. It was not the same. And then after that, Facebook comes along, and or MySpace came along, and I remember doing it and getting friends, and then Facebook came along, and it made so much more sense. But I don't think social media is good for people. I don't think it's good for people. It doesn't improve your life, and they are doing insidious things with your information, your personal life. The whole thing with Facebook is that you share yourself, and this company takes that information and they use whatever they want with it. And with the recent Cambridge thing, it shows that they have pretty poor judgment on what to do with it sometimes. So I do recommend people delete the Facebook app. I personally believe you should. Not because of the recent events, but because it will just make your life better. Now, am I going to completely close Facebook? That's hard to say. I've been tempted a few times, and I'm still very tempted. But it still serves a practical business function for me at the time. So it would be very unwise of me to give that up. But I see a lot of use for it not being in my life. I encourage people to at least take it off the phone for a couple weeks. And look around. Your life will be so much better without the Facebook app on your phone. It really will be. And so I don't think Facebook's business model is going to change. Unless Facebook wants to start charging users a monthly fee to use the service, and while charging $3 a month to use Facebook for 2 billion users is definitely a good way to make money, you wouldn't get 2 billion people to pay for that. That you just wouldn't. So they're going to continue to collect your data and they're going to sell it. And if you don't want that to happen, then get rid of the app. Get rid of the account. But here's the good news. Your life will actually improve a little without it. And I believe that. So, that's just my thoughts on the situation. I mean, it's kind of a weird video, but I decided I'd try something a little different. What do you guys think? Do you want to see more videos like this? Don't worry, the news videos won't go away. But would you like to see more of my, I guess, ramblings about, just technology in general? Just comment below, give it a like. And if you're new here, subscribe if you like what you see and some of the other videos I show. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.